It was 5th versus 1st as Hawke's Bay United visited defending champions Waitakere United in round 12 of the ASB Premiership. The hosts were still smarting from their O-League defeat in Tahiti last week and were determined to bounce back right from the off. And they would have opened their account 10 minutes in, but for a brilliant save from Bay custodian Richard Gillespie. This just the first of many to follow. Canterbury's loss in the early match meant the Bay saw a playoff spot within reach. Motivation aplenty if any more was needed. Waitakere's chief attacking weapon Roy Krishna was sidelined after dislocating his wrist against Tefana, but his absence coincided with the return of youngster Ryan DeFrace. He could have marked his first match back with a goal, but Gillespie once again with a touch of class. Hawke's Bay boasted youthful attacking talent of their own, and Andy Bevan was determined to mark his breakthrough season with a goal against the table-toppers. His left foot effort wide of the mark this time. Dakota Lucas had scored twice during Waitakere's last Premiership outing, and could have made it 3 in 2 games. His unselfishness in squaring instead of shooting allowed defender Danny Wilson to clear. Perhaps a little more greed may have paid off. Waitakere had the better chances to score in the opening 45 and rounded out the half with this powerful effort from DeFrace. But went in at the break with no return yet on their endeavours. That man Gillespie was again the thorn on their side as the contest resumed. Maybe he felt he should have held it, but it was still a superb tip over from Jake Butler's top quality effort from distance. Hawke's Bay had taken heart from being 0-0 at the break, and 3 minutes into the second half, their combination of hard work and self-belief bore fruit. Doran's cross, Bevan's shot, Robinson's fumble, and Jared Smith's goal. Delight for the travelling contingent in scoring against the run of play. Although keeper Danny Robinson was a little worse for wear after Smith's energetic challenge. Not exactly the start to the half the management had hoped for. Hawke's Bay could, and probably should, have doubled their lead within minutes. Scott Dunnan's dink over the top beat the leap of Tim Myers, but Robinson redeemed himself with a point-blank save from Bevan. Bay left back Phil Doran then set off on the run of the match thus far, driving his way past 3 Waitakere defenders before taking aim. Agony for the visitors as the post denied them. But it sparked the hosts into action, and they set off downfield from the rebound. Alan Pearce with a run of his own deep into the Bay defence, before making space to get his shot away. Real end-to-end stuff for the spectators to enjoy. Fourth official Campbell Kirk Waugh then entered the fray as referee Jamie Cross succumbed to injury, and Waugh's first decision was to deny this penalty shout from Pearce. The ASB Premiership's leading scorer none too impressed with the call, and perhaps with good reason. The Bay's goal scorer Jared Smith then thought he'd doubled his tally for the afternoon. But the reflexes and right hand of Robinson to the rescue for Waitakere. With 5 minutes to play, Waitakere earned a free kick on the edge of the Bay box. A clear push from Marama Thompson meant a set piece in a dangerous area. With bodies in the box and a scrambling defence, Waitakere's pressure told. The officials ruled that Jason Rowley's header had crossed the line, and there was palpable relief around Fred Taylor Park. The champions now with a glimmer of hope to kick on and take all 3 points. But it was Hawke's Bay who had the chance to do just that, and another Phil Doran Maisie put it on a plate for youngster Tom Biss. It looked easier to score than miss, and the visitors seemingly blowing their golden chance for an historic win. Waitakere went straight on attack from the goal kick, and Tim Payne thought he'd sealed it after being played in by Jake Butler. Richard Gillespie with yet another vital goal-saving touch, ensuring his side a valuable away point. But there was one more twist to this tale. 5 minutes of added time allowed the Bay one final push. Former All-White Jared Smith made it double delight with his second of the match, sealing Hawke's Bay's first ever win at Waitakere in the ASB Premiership. The champions left frustrated after dominating for long spells, but unable to find that killer touch, while the Bay leapfrogged Canterbury into the playoff spots. The home fans will need to wait another week before sealing the minor premiership, as this one finished Waitakere United 1, Hawke's Bay United 2.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's a game we expected to win. We've had a real good season, played very well. Won a lot of games at home, especially. And today's disappointing for us. I thought first half we played very well, but you have to take your chances when you get them. And in the first half we had some very good chances, and we didn't score. Hawke's Bay stayed in the game, and to be fair, second half was a lot leveler, and Hawke's Bay did all right second half, and that probably comes back to us putting ourselves under pressure through not taking chances in the first half. Trained well all week, and boys were up for it today, but when you don't take chances and when you've got so much of the game and it doesn't happen, and you come in at half-time 0-0 knowing you should be leading comfortably, it puts a different sort of pressure on, and we did talk about that at half-time and said, we need to be patient. Conceding the early goal in the second half gave them something to hold on to, and to be fair, they rose a little bit and played quite well second half and created a couple of chances, and we pushed forward a little bit and chased the game and got back in it, and we really shouldn't lose the game when we got back into it.